Listening Colour. Hi everybody, welcome to Listening Colour with me, Rachel Walker-Mason. Now this band are I've heard of them, but I've never really listened to them. This is Tool, and I've never really listened to Tool, so come and join me on my Tool journey. Here we go. Okay, I was worried for a bit because the opening looked like it had been filmed on a potato, and I was like, dear God, I hope it's not like this all the way through because I can't see what's happening. But then it seems to get better and the filming gets better. So I think this is the official DVD of the performance, but maybe they were using some fan footage at the beginning or something. It was a bit crazy, but I could hear the music very clearly, and I love how it kind of starts off as this slow reveal. Is this the opening number of the gig? Because I could see this being a really good opening number, kind of building in with that drum and things building up. And then, I love that already just in the opening bars, you've got like 9 different time signatures. I love that. I love that it kind of catches you off guard and you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting into this groove. And then you're like, oh, I'm not. I'm being caught out. It's really, really exciting. And I love a big grungy guitar, as we know. So this is exciting. Okay, let's continue. Wow, oh my god, it's so cool. I love it when I love a dirty bass line. That's a fantastic bass line. Now I'm not sure if they're the same era as Pearl Jam, but they've got that kind of grungy 90s kind of feel. And the lead singer doesn't sound like Eddie Vedder, but he's got that same kind of quality that's just this really enthralling voice that just I don't know, it kinda it's like it's liquid, like running through the song rather than it being super punchy all the time. Like he can sing these really long, like sinuous phrases and make them really interesting. And those are my favorite kind of voices, like yeah, like Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell and people who can slip into this kind of mid-range, relaxed kind of vibe and then belt the living daylights out of a chorus. So I can't wait to hear what happens next. This is so cool. How have I not heard this before?
There is so much more and beckons me to a future needs infinite possibility. As below so above, beyond I imagine, drawn beyond the lines of reason. Push the envelope, watch it bend.
Oh my gosh, they're very much like Nightwish in their tightness, their rhythm section tightness. So is this how they play it on the recording as well? Or do they do an extended version live? Really, I'm really intrigued to know. And it's really interesting to hear the lead singer singing quite like low down. It jumps up the octave and goes into this slightly more powerful tone to kind of get the message across of the song, separate the body and the mind. Um, yeah, it's really interesting. I don't really know what it's about yet, but so far it's cool. It's just that beat going all the way through. It's kind of like time pushing you on, and eh, even when you want to kind of get off the treadmill of life, you can't. That's kind of how it feels at the moment.
Feed my will to feel this moment, urging me to cross the line, reaching out to embrace the random, reaching out to embrace whatever may come.
Okay, so I know everyone criticizes me when I interrupt a guitar solo, so I try never to do that. I'm assuming that was a drum solo, so I did not interrupt that either. There were some fantastic little breaks in that. Again, the rhythm is so strange. It makes you feel really like off center, and I like that. I like sort of being caught off guard. In the kind of in Western music, we tend to have this very steady beat, and it tends to be at a particular speed, so we can dance to it, so you can move. It's like it's designed in that way to elicit a certain response, and I love that this doesn't do that. So having a look at the lyrics here, they are fantastic. Black then white are all I see in my infancy. Yep. Red and yellow then came to be reaching out to me. Oh, that's amazing. That is so beautiful, thinking about the sight that you have as a child, and that, yeah, black and white are the in high relief things are the things that children first see, and then you start gaining those other colours. It's beautiful. Feed my will to feel my moment, drawing way outside the lines. What a lyric. Kind of that's how we feel, particularly creative people. Like we're all kept in boxes. We're supposed to be like this in society and fit in, but actually we don't. We have to allow ourselves to push outside the lines, to color outside the lines, if you will. Um, because yeah, like I often say that there's this line: overthinking, overanalyzing separates the body from the mind. Um, I often say a thing to a lot of my students that's don't let your critic silence your creator. Because the more we overanalyze and overthink things, we almost stop ourselves doing anything, creating anything, because we'll just keep thinking. If we think about it too much, we'll be like, oh, it won't be good enough. I may as well stop now. Oh. And I've heard that this song is based on the Fibonacci series, which is the spiral that kind of gets wider and wider. And they do talk about spiraling. And I don't know whether musically it's doing that as well, and whether that repeated sequence is doing that. I've not really heard the spiraling out yet, but there's still a little bit to go. So let's see if the music reflects that as well, or if it's more lyrically that it reflects the Fibonacci series. Oh, this is a really interesting instrumental. So it started, maybe this is the kind of spiraling thing where it starts small and then it kind of builds out. And The guitar part was really interesting there. It was kind of playing really long notes, almost sounded like a string section rather than a, you know, a busy guitar part. It was these long, kind of almost like bowed notes, like a cello, um, which really changed the texture. And then the bass coming in, and I'm not sure whether it was slightly out of time intentionally, but you could feel it kind of building up, and I could almost see it starting to spiral out. And then it pulled it right back in again. And I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, maybe this is where it grows and gets more kind of busy, and you see the patterns repeating in a wider way. But then it pulled back in again, which is really interesting. So I don't know if in the recording, like the album recording, it's like this, or if they just extended it for the live show. So do tell me, because it's really interesting.
Embrace my desire to. I embrace my desire to feel the rhythm, to feel connected, yet not to step aside. Weak like a widow, feel inspired to fathom the power, to witness the beauty, to bathe in the fountain, to swing on the spiral, to swing on the spiral, to swing on the spiral, outward illuminati, and still be a human. With my feet upon the ground, I lose myself between the sounds and open wide to suck it in. I feel it move across my skin.
Well, this section feels really different. So there was like a rhythm change there, and it's all dun, 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 driving on here. So it's got a more of a feeling of pushing forward rather than spiraling here. So it's really interesting that there are so many contrasting sections in this. It's got, obviously it's not Pink Floyd, but quite a few Pink Floyd fans have asked me to check out Tool, and I think it's, even though they're very different bands, they have that same feel of not following any rules. They just do exactly what they want to do. If they want to go into a big instrumental here and then do another instrumental 2 minutes later, they will. And I love that. I love how they just go with exactly what they want. And it creates this almost like this painting, where it's more than just the music, it's this whole atmosphere. Yeah, there's so many contrasts in this. Like, I really can't tell where it's gonna go or what it's gonna do. It's quite unsettling in a nice way, if that makes sense. Blimey, that drummer worked really hard. That was like the longest paradiddle at the end. It went on for ages. It was amazing. Woo! My goodness. What else do you think I should listen to of Tool? Give me your ideas if there's anything else that you think I'd absolutely love of theirs, or a particular set of lyrics, or just tell me. I'll be super into it. That was really cool. Color-wise in this one, it was a lot of like greens, like with grunge music, I often get kind of it's something to do with the guitars and but everything being quite it's like squelchy. So everything feels quite green. But then the vocal sits somewhere else, with a really lovely clear vocal like that. It kind of sat in a kind of more purpley kind of region above. Um, yeah, it was really cool, and there were these drum sections where everything else sort of dropped out, and it was just drum and a bit of guitar, a bit of bass, and that felt much more kind of bluey, like kind of sea kind of blue, not too dark, kind of somewhere in between. It was there were so many interesting textures there that were just not what I predicted happening next. It went all over the place in terms of this journey, and I wasn't expecting any of that, and it was kind of cool that it caught me so off guard. I really enjoyed that. Um, yeah, wow. Working in the music industry, particularly in the songwriting area of it, is not well paid. So if you would like to support me, you can do so by buying me a coffee or a tea, as I say, because I'm British and drink a lot of tea. The link is just here. I want to say thank you to everybody who already does this. It means so much to me and to my family, so thank you. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I love comments, particularly from new subscribers and fans of the new bands that I'm reacting to. So please keep those comments coming and remember to have a colourful day. Listen in colour.